What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one and only Ash Said It, ashsaidit.com, ashsaidit.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,200 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you, thank you, thank you. I am super duper trooper excited today to speak with a gentleman who is making his way around the globe. Yes, he is featured in the Broadway production of Disney's Aladdin. He plays Iago, Jay Parnata. Hey, Jay.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. All right, Jay. So first off the bat, where are you from? Where do you represent?
Oh, so I represent Seattle, Washington. So I grew up there. My family is of Filipino heritage, so they all immigrated from Manila.
Oh.
So I'm bilingual. I speak Tagalog and English.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I made my way out east about over a decade ago to move to New York City to kind of do this life.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing this life. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah. So, Jay, what did you say sparked your interest in the theater?
You know, that's a good. I always try to pinpoint the moment where I knew that I wanted to be an artist. And honestly, I feel like it was kind of a fabric throughout my entire life. I mean, my parents were very into music. I mean, like growing up Filipino, we would always sing around the karaoke machine.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, like entertainment, it just seems like it was always part of the household.
Right.
But I don't think I made the conscious, active decision to be an actor until I was in my 20s, like in college. I actually I went to Pacific Lutheran University in the Seattle area, and I was studying sociology, and I was trying to be a teacher.
Right.
And then I did a study abroad program, and I went and moved to England for a year. And in that, some of my friends that I had met, they were like, hey, we're all doing this Gilbert and Sullivan Society, like, cabaret show, and we want you to come and join us just because it's interesting to have, like, an American voice sing some songs. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I didn't realize it was a full production. So with that, like, I ended up getting this thing, like this, you know, everybody calls it like a theater bug.
Right.
So I ended up getting a theater bug there. So I was 21. I was like, wait, I actually really feel like I could do this instead of doing the teaching thing.
Yeah.
And from there, kind of catapulted just because I was like, okay, so how do I make myself do that? So after college, I ended up finding like an advertisement to move to New York City to do an acting conservatory. So I went to American Musical and Dramatic Academy. And in that, I jump-started my career a little bit later than most people. I feel like a lot of people may have started this like track to be like a dancer, a singer, an actor when they were really young. But I started when I was 20. And now, you know, over a decade later, I'm just kind of like making my waves, if that makes sense.
Wow, that is amazing. So, were you familiar with the Aladdin cartoon?
The animated feature, I absolutely was. Being kind of like an 80s baby, like it was, I grew up with it. You know, that music was so ingrained into my childhood. I know that the VHS was probably just kind of worn out, but to the point where my parents were like, oh, I guess we need to buy a new one. Because I think it was on at least once a day for probably an entire, like, 2 years. It just came out. And I was like, hey, those are people that kind of, they look like me. And they're singing some songs that I really relate with. And, like, at that time, you know, right now, like, how our society and how the entertainment industry is working is that representation matters. And that was my first time feeling like, even though it was an animated feature, I felt represented, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you have the grace of like Lea Salonga singing like one of the most iconic songs, probably for like a Disney lover, A Whole New World, singing this beautiful like melody with the Aladdin character, and I think to myself, whoa, this is great. This feels really exciting, you know. So I think that with that being being ingrained in my brain. I was like, oh, maybe one day, maybe in the back of my head, one day, I wonder what will happen if it turns into a full-fledged Broadway production. And here we are.
Amazing. All right, so you guys hang tight for us for one moment. We're going to take a brief break. When we come back with Jay, we got some more stuff to talk about. Of course, Aladdin is coming to the Fabulous Fox Theater here in Atlanta, Georgia, September the 12th through the 23rd. I'm going to find my way there, Jay. I don't know how, but we're going to make some magic happen. So, you guys,
make magic happen, for sure.
So, hang tight with us. We will be right back. Did you know that some foods can cause weight gain, body aches, and extreme fatigue? These are just some of the symptoms of food intolerance. Well, what is food intolerance? Food intolerance can occur when the body cannot properly digest certain foods. This can result in acid reflux, migraines, and so many other painful issues. How do you find out what foods are causing this irritation? It's easy. Pinner Test. With 500,000 satisfied clients worldwide, Pinner Test is the #1 way of identifying foods that may be causing discomfort. This simple at-home kit is easy to use with results usually within 2 weeks via email. It's that simple, all right? What are you waiting for? Go visit pinnertest.com and use my special promo code AshSaidIt for your discount today. Welcome back to the Ash Said It Daily podcast show. We are chatting with Jay Pernada, and he is Iago in the Broadway rendition of Aladdin. Disney's Aladdin, all right? We can't forget Disney. That's a big part of it.
That's right.
That's a big chunk of it. So, Jay, how did you find out about the audition for Iago?
So Iago is the henchman, the parrot of Jafar, right? And I learned about this when I actually had I believe it was like a pre-Broadway production in Seattle, where I'm originally from. They actually did it at Fifth Avenue. So I think I found out about this. Geez, I need to Google that. Like, it's been years.
Wow.
I'm looking it up right now. And the audition itself, I actually went in 11 different times over the course of a couple years.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is really kind of a true testament of how artists kind of try to make their bread and butter.
Yeah.
Went in for the team, and Disney is so wonderful with their integrity, but I know that they have so many people who have eyes on their, ultimately on the show itself and how they want it presented. And I remember going in the very first time for this team, and it was mind-blowing just because, like, these are people like Casey Nicholaw, who's an incredible director, choreographer, who's done so many iconic things at this point. I mean, like, he's the director of Mean Girls, he's director of Something Rotten, and Book of Mormon, and also Aladdin. And I'm like, wow, this is just one of the directors of our time, you know. And finding out about the audition, I knew I needed to prepare. It feels like the role itself. I always kind of think that the role was written for me because I love the humor that is involved. Like the fact that the book is created in such a way that these, like, bad guys are, and a bad guy doesn't necessarily know that they're bad. You know what I mean? Because they just have different intentions and different tactics and different reasons for why they are on the stage or for their particular journey. And I just really felt like I connected with it, you know? And so this was a journey of, my goodness, like I said, 11 different times. And these auditions, they can range from, like, a quick 30-second American Idol type, sing me your best 16 bars, and then you won't hear from us for a couple weeks or a couple of months or a couple, you know what I mean? And it's just, like, that journey led me to when this actually tour, I was originally in for a temporary replacement for the New York company, and that didn't necessarily work out. And then a year later, they were putting out the tour starting in Chicago at the Cadillac Theater, and I went in for the role again. And in that process, I remember going in, and my agent and the casting directors were like, we really love him, but we want to try him out in different ways to see how far his humor and his skills go. So I actually went in for a different role. They actually like asked me to do one of the other roles. Who we have a fantastic actor by the name of Zach Benko, and he is a performing bad cat now. But I went in for it. I remember going in for the dance song, saying to myself, "Oh my goodness, I am not a dancer. I am a strong mover." And in that, I went through a couple of rounds of going through the sides of that, and then eventually, like our associate director, Scotty Taylor, was like, "No, we're actually going to go back to Iago now." So then after that, all of it, like it was basically like a month's worth of auditions for that.
Wow.
It didn't work out for my where I booked the show the very first time, and then we were coming up on renewals because a lot of the principal actors, they decide that I'm going to do this for a year or I'm going to do this for X amount of time. But the person who I took over for, Reggie De Leon, was a fantastic Filipino artist himself. Decided to stay in Los Angeles, so his role opened up. And then my agent called and said, "Hey, do you want to try this again?" And at that time, I was like, "Well, this is my 8th, maybe 9th time now, or maybe 10th time." But yeah, absolutely yes. Just because we just have to keep saying yes in this industry.
Yeah.
There's so many no's
Yes.
in our world to be like, you know what, you're not the right fit, or you're not this. But I knew in my heart of hearts that it was right. That this was exactly the place that I needed to be. And in that time, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do the material exactly how I've been doing it and just give them me.
Yeah.
But, and it just kind of leave it all out there. And in this, it actually turned out to be this wonderful experience where it was my time.
Yes.
And when I got the call, I'm pretty sure it was like tears of joy and like screaming and excitement.
Yes.
And the thing that makes this even more special is the fact that the opening night of this Broadway tour, of the North American tour, was actually the very same night that my daughter was born.
Aww.
So the universe kind of worked out in a way where I'm like, well, Lily was born. It's because I'm actually touring around the country with my husband and my 1.5-year-old daughter now. And it's kind of perfect just because it's like, well, that wasn't your time, but now it is your time. So it was always meant to be. It was just a little bit later. Not necessarily in my time, but in the universe's time.
Right. So
I think that's what makes it. Go ahead.
Oh, no, go. I was going to ask, like, how are you able to contain yourself? It's opening night. Your daughter is entering the world. Was it like after after production, like you're jet setting it?
Well, like I said, I didn't actually book it the very first time. I booked it a year later.
Gotcha.
So I had an opportunity to see my friends experience the tour and see their beautiful photos,
Gotcha.
And then eventually know that I knew that in my heart of hearts that one day I would be with them, and then almost a year later I was with them. If that makes sense. And
Gotcha.
then I had time to get to know my daughter. I get to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yes.
And do all the cool things that you would do with a kid, instead of having a nanny. I ended up having an opportunity to show her what the world was like.
That's a blessing. That is a huge blessing. Yes. So everyone, I would imagine the cast, they got to go into hair and makeup, and I'm sure the costuming is so elaborate. But
oh my goodness, we have 365 costumes in the show, and in one number, it's insane. Like the top of the second act, I won't tell you what the name of the song is, just because everybody knows what it is. But I think we have 102 costume changes in 60 seconds.
What? Shut up! That's crazy.
I mean, that is spectacle beyond spectacle, and they pull out all the stops. Our costume designer Gregory Barnes did this amazing job of just kind of transforming people into other people, just with the beautiful costumes. I think we're representing 20 plus countries in all the fabrics that they use, and I think there's probably over 90 wigs, and everybody has different costume plots and different makeup plots, and it's just absolutely spectacular. And I mean, for anyone who is familiar with the animated feature, we actually also do have a flying carpet. It's Disney magic.
Oh my God, it's a flying carpet! Right.
It's absolutely crazy. I mean, like I have a scene right before the number and I have a scene right after the number, and I know that almost every night I'm like, oh my god, this is so like this technology is amazing, and I still don't know how it works, but
Wow.
like I need so desperately watch it to find out how it works because this magic is incredible.
That sounds like so much fun. You get to go to work and have fun, Jay. I want to be like Jay.
Yeah, I do. And like the funny thing is, like our like they are so like this company is so fantastic when it comes to reinventing and then revitalizing and even bringing new life into the roles. Even like 15, 16 months in, like we always have our associate directors or even our director coming to be like, you know what, we're going to spruce it up with this. Like we actually had the associate hair and makeup person come in recently, and they're like, you know what, we need to make you look more sinister. So they changed they elevated like what I look like, so I look a little bit more evil, which I really love because it's like it plays so well with the character itself. I mean, it was like created with the idea that I was an element of a parrot. I'm not a parrot on stage. I'm actually a human form of Iago.
Gotcha.
But they do such a good job of like transforming him into this like seething, sinister, but also kind of like hilarious in his own little way. You know, just like Gilbert Gottfried did the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm honored just as well as he is. Like I pretend, you know, there's moments where I'm like jumping around on stage and like I can't believe I get to jump around on stage and do this evil laugh, and like this is what I get to do for a living. It's just like it's always a blessing, and it's still like mind-boggling. Yeah. I think I'm on performance like 140 out of, and the company's done about 550.
Wow.
But it feels like for me, it feels like opening like every single night. Because I'm like,
awesome,
this is great. I mean, there's someone in the audience this could be their very first Broadway show. This could be the very last Broadway show. But this is definitely the first time they're seeing me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that's what's the most exciting thing, is that like I actually like the thing that I love about tours. Whenever we move to a new city, I love meeting locals and like inviting them to be like, hey, you know, we're coming into town. We are the reason why there's going to be some great entertainment in town soon. So why don't you come and see us? And anytime that happens, they're like, give me more information. Just tell me more. And I'm like, yeah, just go to AladdinTheMusical.com. You will see. And like we can connect, and I can give you a backstage tour. Which Ash, I will give you a backstage tour if you end up coming.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to you guys coming down and blessing us with just wonderfulness on the stage at the Fabulous Fox Theater here in Atlanta, Georgia, Broadway in Atlanta, September the 12th through the 23rd. Jay, what can audiences expect from this amazing Disney rendition to a new generation?
That is such a loaded question. You know what they can expect? They can expect to have one of the best nights.
Gotcha.
I think that this show is it's a perfect date night musical. I mean, like it's a modern love story. There's a lot of great humor. There's some spectacle. There's great costumes. It's good for like the humor is so on point that like you'll have like the kids will be like, what is it just saying? And then like the adults and like whoever else in the audience, like people on dates, they're like, that was the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? Because they do the script does a good job of bringing in everyone's energy and like thinking, oh, this is what they would like. This is what they would like. So for sure, you will be blown away for the 2.5 hours that you are there to experience the Disney magic.
Yes. Well, Jay, I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to my backstage pass because you already said it's on the record, so you have to do it now.
It's on the record. I won't be in costume, though. Once you see my costume, you'll be like, for the room on stage.
Yeah,
like,
I can understand.
So I will be in normal clothes, but we will say, I promise you. Cross my fingers.
We will work that out. But Jay, let everyone know the best way to get in contact with you and, of course, to get their tickets to the show.
Of course. The best way is to contact your box office over at the Fabulous Fox, or you can visit us at AladdinTheMusical.com. And then make sure, I actually just heard of a story where someone accidentally bought a ticket to the New York production instead of the tour production. So make make sure that you are doing the tour production, especially if you're going to come and see us in Atlanta.
That makes sense. Definitely needed that little tidbit from you, Jay. Jay, much more success to you, 2018 and beyond. I would love to have you back. You were so much fun. You're the highlight of my evening.
I would love that too.
So.
Oh, and if you want to reach out to me too, I'm on Instagram if you like.
Ooh, yes, I've got to follow you on Insta. What's your Insta?
It's Jay Paranada, so it's my name, JayParanadio.
I will definitely
if you click on it, you click on it, and actually on my bio, it also has an Instagram for my daughter.
Oh,
so if you want to see the perspective of tour from my kid's life, you can also see that because she's a little Disney princess. We actually, the cast is so sweet. They call her the Agra baby. We have 2 babies on tour with us, so they're the Agra babies.
That is too cute, Jay. Thank you so much. Much more success.
Of course.
And I thank every one of you guys for all the downloads, all the love, all the shares. It makes a huge difference. Keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face and tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's right. We're doing this for the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is way better. Until next time, you guys.